Okay, so this organizer is for, you know, some trash bags and a little snack bag. We got a 1 quart Ziploc. We got sandwich bags, and you got the 1 gallon size freezer bag. What I was thinking, and I have this all measured out. We got like 12 and a half, was it 16 or something, by 19 and a half. And I got those measurements from the drawer in the kitchen. So I was thinking, why not just build this for that size drawer where it fits right inside and you can close the drawer. And I'm going to put some like hanging hooks. Maybe we could hang it on the side of a really tall cabinet I have for in the kitchen, or it can mount to the inside of the door and hang it that way, and then you can close the door and it's out of the way. You're not going to bump it with a shoulder or something like that. So that's what I came up with, and looks like we're going to fit that like that. I did have this figured out, but I got into something other than that. Something like that. And then I could put spacers in here and then raise this up if it's difficult to get the bag out. But I wanted to make it so you can put the whole box in there. I saw other organizers, you had to take the bags out of the box. I thought that was a pain in the butt. Why not just be able to drop a new box in, close the lid, and you're done. So that's what we're gonna do. I just gotta figure out which of these is the highest, and then we're gonna rip some nice number 2 pine. Looks pretty good. So let's do that. Well, I just said I was going to measure that, didn't I? Four and a half. I think we'll do 4 and a half. Okay. Get rid of these over here. So next I'll cut this on the bandsaw. This is just some 1/4 inch Lawan birch. All right. Okay, we're gonna start cutting our backer board. Got the length cut. And we're going to move over to our box pieces. The ones that will get dovetailed. And I'm just setting up my fence. Plug this all in. And ready to go. And when you can, try and shove the saw off before you grab any pieces. And we make some miter cuts. And we'll move on. So what I want to do is we're going to dovetail this whole like box together. So that'll be the joint. Won't be no nails or screws or anything like that. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to practice on a piece or two before you initially make your dovetail on your finished product. Just because sometimes it's going to be off a little bit, or you're going to end up with like half a dovetail on one end or something like that. So it's always good to, and you want to do it the same width that you just cut your project for. So I'll have to rip a small piece 4.5 inches wide, just like the other stuff, just so I make sure my dovetail is spot on. Yeah, I'm labeling these pieces A, B, C, D, F, G, so you know which ones go to which. If you don't do that, you can really get messed up. Router these out. Half blind dovetail. Piece after piece. I go over each one twice just to make sure they're all cut out perfect. And I wait till the router is done moving before I pull it off the piece. Now we're ready to glue this box together. Just using a small mallet to seat the pieces all the way down. There, it's done. And you'll notice I have metal on my table saw, and that's due to a epoxy project that leaked all over and kind of destroyed the top. So I got my local metal worker to cut some metal for the top of my table saw rig, and it's easy to clean glue off of it. Now I'm realizing that I should have put a divider in there, because the weight of the trash bag's is gonna maybe collapse the next box. So just enough room in between this thing to put a divider. Finish sanding this down first. Getting all the glue off the edges and making it smooth. There we go. Got our little groove in for our divider with our circular saw. I used a straight piece of wood to make it cut straight across. Now we can put the divider in. Now we're on to the template. I just want to say that the backer board I put on, and I must have not recorded that part, but I just used a brad nailer to put the backer board on. And I'm cutting this 1/4 inch plexiglass as a template. You'll see why in a minute. Have to push it real slow on the table saw so it wouldn't splinter in there. So now I can look straight down and kind of make a cutout for these individual boxes to get the bags out. That's what I'm doing right there. Kind of just tracing out random patterns. Using the square to make some straight lines. And I wasn't sure how I wanted to cut this small snack bag out. So I went with a small rectangle. Okay, now I'm going to drill some holes in all the corners, big enough for the jigsaw blade. This wasn't a perfect cut because I knew I was going to readjust it on the wood once I made the top, and that's coming up right about now. So instead of making the top 3/4 inch thick, I thought that would be too far of a reach for some of the bags, so I had some leftover wood from a project that was pretty much about 1/2 inch thick. So I decided to make a top out of that, gluing all the pieces together. After I planed them down, both sides down. It's a little exaggerated, but and now we can glue them up. Gluing each side up with a brush. Two bar clamps and another clamp in the center. Just making sure it's all the pieces are down tight. Wiping off the excess glue. Now I gotta plane it down. Although I could have used a thickness planer, I thought I'd show everyone how to do it without one, with just a electric planer and a sander. That's what I'm doing here. Making a couple passes, getting all that glue off. And just making it look like one solid piece. Got the other side to do.
Okay. Came out really nice. Nice and flat. Smooth. Already cut the edges down. And now we're going to clean up a bit and trace our template onto that wood. And I already cut them out, save you some grief. And I used a little detail sander I had from Milwaukee. Works really good for these little cuts. Okay. Show you how it fits. After I wipe it off, get the sawdust off of it. There. Now we're going to put the hinges on next. Going to use these 1 by 2 inch brass hinges. I put those top screws in, they were too long, so I used a grinder to grind the rest off so it fit flush onto the box itself. And put the remaining screws in. And the next thing is the hasp. Keep everything closed. Put the rest of our screws in. And there you have it. Plenty of room to get at your bags. Trash bags. Ziploc bags. And the garbage can size. Thanks for watching, folks.